Oh, I had a feeling this was gonna be a bad top to wear. I'm wearing a shirt, okay? So in today's video, I thought that I would sit down and share with you 5 of the different practices that I use every single day to help me be my most productive and positive self. All of these things I genuinely use in my life every single day, and I honestly think that they impact my positivity and productivity for the whole entire day. So I hope that you enjoy this video. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. Our goal is 1K. We're so close. We're so freaking close. And if you'd like to learn about my 5 different practices that I include in my everyday morning routine to help me be more positive and productive, then just keep on watching. Tip number 1, make your bed. Now I know making your bed, it's been said, it's been done. Everyone knows that if you make your bed in the morning and do a general tidy up of your room, your whole entire day starts on a more positive note. You wake up and first thing in the morning, it makes you feel productive because you've done something, and positive because if your room is clean, then your mind is clean. So I know that this is a very, very basic one, but it's one that I absolutely live by, and it's so funny because whenever Sam stays over, I'm like, make the bed. Do not do anything until you make the bed. I don't know, I honestly think it's one of the best practices and habits to get into to make for a positive and productive morning. Number 2, create a to-do list. Now I know creating a to-do list is another very, very simple and stock practice for productivity and positivity, but the way that I personally set out my to-do lists I think is a little bit different. So at the beginning of every week, or at the beginning of a chunk of time where I know I've got a lot happening, I will sit down and I will create a to-do list for the next 4 or 5 days, and I will include every single dot point on there that I need to get done, whether that be groceries, washing, filming videos, posting content for brands, emails, editing, designs for my business. No matter what it is, I write down every single thing. And this list can become quite large, and it is pretty overwhelming to begin with, but I do like to have every single thing that I need to do written out so that I don't forget anything. So once that massive list is all written out, I will then go ahead and categorize each day. I will pick things from that list. I will create a key down the edge of the page with either black dots being for Monday and pink dots being for Tuesday, blue dots being for Wednesday. Personally, I find that the key down the side of the page works the best for me because I have everything for my whole entire week in front of me, but I also know what things I need to get done first. To me, doing it this way is so much more beneficial in terms of productivity, because if I've got my whole list in front of me and today's Monday and I've completed all of my Monday tasks and I still have 3 or 4 hours for the rest of the day, I can go ahead and look at my list as a whole, and I can then go ahead and check off things from Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever the next days may be. This is super helpful in being productive because it helps you get more things ticked off than what you planned on doing in the one day, and in turn that makes you feel more positive about the week moving forward. Doing my to-do list like this, I think, just makes everything a lot easier, and it makes me feel so good about myself when I do complete everything from the Monday list, for example, and then I do tick off a couple of things that I needed to do throughout the rest of the week. So yeah, tip number 2, create a in-depth to-do list. Tip number 4, open up all windows and blinds. Opening up all of the blinds and windows in your room or your home is so incredibly important for productivity. No one is going to want to do anything if you are stuck sitting in a dark room or a dark house. Regardless of whether you turn unnatural lighting on or not, nothing makes you feel as good as natural light. And that's just like a scientific thing. It's honestly the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning. I get out of my bed, I make my bed, and then I open up every single window in my whole entire house. Tip number 4, get out and go for a walk. This next practice or tip or whatever you want to call it is something that I don't do enough of. But when I do get outside of my house and I leave my little work bubble, I genuinely cannot describe to you how much better it makes me feel and how much more motivated it makes me feel. So whether that's getting up in the morning and first thing going out and grabbing a coffee, or whether that's going out for lunch, sitting at a cafe, taking your iPad, your laptop, that is something that I genuinely love more than anything. A human need and necessity is being around people, no matter how much I hate that. I'm the biggest introvert ever. I fucking hate people. If I had a choice, I would live in my little home bubble forever. But I've recently come to the realization that people need people to live. You can sit in your house alone for as long as you can, but that is not the way that human bodies work. So yeah, get outside, go for a walk, and get out of your little bubble. Number 5, find that one thing that motivates you. So this tip is actually one that I found on someone else's video like this, and as soon as I heard it, it kind of clicked in my brain, and I was like, oh my god, that is so true. And I think because for so long I've known what motivates me and what makes me want to get up every single day, I haven't really sat down and thought about the fact that that's super necessary in being productive and getting your shit done. So the one thing that motivates me every single day to get my ass up out of bed and be productive is the life that I'm going to be living once I've been successful at what I'm working on now. So long story short, I know in my mind, to get to the life that I want to live, I need to put in the effort now. So I guess the idea of my future life is the one thing that keeps me pushing every single day. I don't want to be working at a pub when I'm 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. That's the thing that motivates me. So maybe today, sit down and have a little bit of a think about what motivates you. Whether that be big or small, it really doesn't matter. What motivates you could be as simple as making your morning coffee. It could be the satisfying way that the dark coffee mixes with your milk, and it creates that really artistic coffee milk looking gorgeousness. Like that could be the one thing that motivates you to get up out of bed. I really love this one, and I think that it is super important. Number 6, working at a clean and tidy desk. Having a clean work environment is something that is so incredibly important to me. So every single morning after I've gotten out of bed, I will go ahead and do a quick tidy of my house. So whether that means doing dishes from dinner the night before, tidying up my makeup from when I got ready yesterday, folding clothes that I washed 3-4 days ago that need to be put into my cupboard, or even doing the most simple thing like vacuuming. I don't know why vacuuming to me makes me feel like I've got a completely fresh and new space to work in. I think having a clean space around you will create a clean mind and a clean slate to start the day on. And number 7 is having a productivity buddy. So again, this one I think is so exciting. I personally have never done this one myself, but I have heard a lot of other people talk about having a productivity buddy, which I think is so fun. I wish I had a friend that was similar to me in the way of productivity and getting shit done. Waking up, texting your friend that you know is on their shit like you are, and just sending that text that says, hey, I really need to be productive today. Do you want to be productive with me? Let's take photos of our to-do list and let's motivate each other throughout the day. And you can work together to get both of your to-do lists done. I also feel like this one would work the best if you are in the same course or class as someone. We would have similar goals for the day and similar things to talk about while lifting each other up and being more positive and productive. And then once the whole day is over and you both have ticked everything off your list, you can make plans to go see a movie, go and get ice cream, or go and get dinner to celebrate. I think this one is the most exciting and the most fun out of all of these productivity tips because it involves someone else. A lot of the time I know feeling productive can feel super lonely because you do have to isolate yourself sometimes to be able to get shit done. But if you do have that person that you can chat to and that person that understands, I think that that's really healthy, and I think that it's really special. Like I said, Personally, never done it before because I'm a lonely bitch and I have no friends. But I think it could be super fun and super beneficial. So if you do try it out, definitely make sure to let me know in the comments down below how you went. And with all of that being said, this is the end of my video. I really hope that you found it helpful. Hopefully these tips you can incorporate into your everyday life to encourage you to be more productive and positive every single day. One thing that I do want to make a note of is the fact that not every day is going to be perfect. Not every single day you are going to be able to push yourself to your limits to get every single thing done, and that is okay. You need to remember that taking time for yourself and just chilling the fuck out is super, super important. These tips are just little things that you can incorporate in your morning every single day to help you feel a little bit more productive and start your day a little bit more positively. So with all of that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel right down below if you haven't already. And other than that, I love you very much. I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.